Hey everybody, Tyler here. In today's video, we're going to go over a few reasons why you may not be seeing trades on your gearbox. We want to go in and double check these things. These are all reasons why your gearbox could not be sending you notifications or may not be taking trades, depending on if you're using the MAV or non-MAV versions. Now, before I get into this, I do have to read you this risk disclosure. Trading the foreign exchange market carries high risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Trading on margin and utilizing leverage can carry an even higher level of risk that can lead to a complete loss of investment funds. Before deciding to trade the foreign exchange market or use any of our software alerts or products, you should carefully and diligently consider your personal investment objectives, level of experience, and risk tolerance. There's a possibility that you could potentially sustain a significant loss. You should not invest or trade any capital that you cannot afford to lose. It is your responsibility to be aware of and understand all risks associated with foreign exchange trading and to seek professional advice from an independent certified financial advisor if you have any doubts. Auvoria Prime LLC does not exercise trading authority over your trades. You and you alone exercise discretionary trading authority over every trade. If you're sharing any of your results from using Gearbox, which is only allowed in designated Facebook groups, please do not use the term company recommended settings. Auvoria Prime does not have any recommended settings. Auvoria Prime is not a financial advisory firm. Auvoria Prime licenses software that users can use however they want at their own risk and discretion. Gearbox does come with out-the-box settings upon initial setup, which customers have the ability to customize their settings however they want. Auvoria Prime has nothing to do with a customer's broker account and does not solicit or take investments. No brokers are recommended. Again, Auvoria Prime just licenses software and sells amazing education that users can learn and potentially benefit from. Any settings I am sharing are developer settings and not company recommended settings. This call is for educational purposes only. So the first thing we're going to want to go ahead and do is, if you are not receiving any trades or you're wondering if you've set it up right, because Gearbox, it does take a little while to get into some of your first trades. It requires a very specific setup depending on whether you're trading all 24, 25 pairs or 7 majors only. Whatever trading setup you're using, it can take a while to get into trades. So the first few things you're going to want to do to check and make sure you're trading is you're going to want to make sure that you actually have smiley faces in your charts. All right, if this is not smiling, then we have a problem, and that's one of the first things you're going to want to go ahead and take a look at. So first thing to always check is that on all your charts here under common, you have these boxes checked. You want to make sure these boxes are checked under common. It's very important to have these boxes checked. If you don't see those checked, that could be a reason why you're not receiving trades. The other most common thing for some people is that they also don't have auto trading turned on. All right, so if you don't see auto trading on, you're also going to want to go ahead and make sure that you turn auto trading on. So make sure your auto trading is on. Now, the next thing to go ahead and do is make sure under tools and then options. And I know some people have noticed that some of their VPSs are a little slow with Gearbox. We are working on that right now and figuring out the exact specifications for what we need to do to enhance the current VPSs to allow 4 gearboxes running simultaneously, as Gearbox is very CPU intensive, which you'll understand why in a minute as I show you this. Now, the next thing to check out is to go under tools, options here. So you're going to go up there to tools and then options, and then go to expert advisors here, and make sure that you don't have any of these disable automated trading buttons checked. If any of these are checked, you're going to want to go ahead and uncheck them, right? You do not want these checked. So make sure you uncheck those. If you see any of these checked, you should only have this and this checked. You don't need to have anything else checked. So make sure those are checked and none of these are checked. You do not want any of the disable boxes checked. Now, if all of that's done right, the next thing you can do to make sure it's working right is you're going to go ahead and you're going to be able to see what's going on here and see exactly why anything is or isn't trading. So you're going to be able to go into here and see, okay, this is trading, this isn't. You can see all of these ghost trades. Now, this is a buddy of mine's account. He actually set up, it's his first week right now, and he hasn't gotten any trades yet. So he's running on the sniper strategy, and I wanted to see, okay, has he been sending any notifications? Has anything happened? And I went over here to the experts tab, and I was able to see that it's been modifying and closing ghost trades, but it hasn't to actually hit the execution level on any of these trades. It hasn't tried to send a notification, hasn't said notification failed, and it hasn't said if you were using the non-MAV version couldn't open trade, right? It's ghost trades have been opening, modifying, and closing, and no trades have hit their specific execution levels. Now I'm going to explain that more in another video, but these are a few of the ways to check and just make sure your gearbox is working, that it's actually opening ghost trades, it's actually on the charts, it's smiling, you can see it's actually there, and then you can see that all of your boxes are checked that need to be checked. The other thing you're going to want to make sure is that you are only running gearbox on the the 25 pairs we have data on, and you can remember, you can get that list and in the original setup videos and all the videos as well. You can see it right here on the screen. These are the pairs. You want to make sure you're not running any other pairs unless you know what you're doing and you meant to put it on that pair. I have seen some cases of users who have accidentally opened charts that were in here when they first started their broker account and opened it, that showed up. Like I said, again, you're going to want to make sure you're not running any pairs that we don't have data on unless you meant to be doing that and you are an advanced user.